Hello and welcome to No Such Thing as a Bad Movie podcast. I'm April Atmansky and I'm here today with...
Justin the Glue.
And g'day, it's Colin Cunningham. How you doing, mate?
I didn't do it because I know I can't do the accent.
Neither
let's
can
put
I.
Another shrimp on, I'm from New Zealand. Let's put another shrimp on the bob.
You sound like John Lennon.
I know. That's my accent ranged from John Lennon to Ringo Starr.
Colin, that was pretty good.
All the Australians in between.
G'day,
Dingo
mate.
ate my baby.
I don't think I can do that. So we're talking about Kangaroo Jack from 2003,
Yeah.
a movie that I was really, really dreading. And while it's not great,
You didn't even pick it. Colin picked it. Even though that last week you said, we're watching Kangaroo Jack. There's nothing you can do. We're watching Kangaroo Jack.
I was waffling. It's weird because somebody at the office the other day, they said something and I misheard it, and it sounded like they were saying Kangaroo Jack. I was like,
What were they saying?
like, what are you talking about? Oh, I can't remember, but I was like,
It
Kangaroo
was like,
Jack.
eat a hat.
It just
You're like, why would you?
Kangaroo jerky or something. I don't know. But, and it just got in my head. I was like, Kangaroo Jack. Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah, I mean, this
Here we
is a famously bad
My
movie.
old friend Kangaroo Jack. See, the thing about Colin picking it is that this would be the equivalent if, like, we now picked, like, a kid's film that came out, like a bad one. Like Playmobil, for example.
Oh, man.
This is like the sixth episode in a row where we've done technically a comedy, which is odd. I don't think we've done
Because we like to laugh.
I don't think we've done a
wasn't laughing.
non-comedy since like that weird sci-fi movie we did. Anyway, this is a movie that is famous for decepting the audience.
Deceiving.
Oh,
Deceiving the
okay.
audience.
I have a hot take about this.
Yeah.
But overall, I just wanted to say it wasn't that bad. It was
Oh,
at least
no,
kind of
April.
entertaining.
Yeah.
April,
I know
you
I'm
beat me
always-
to it. I was going to come in being like, maybe Kangaroo Jack is pretty good. But
It's not great, but
no,
you know.
it's awful. It's so dull.
It wasn't that dull.
it
this is what
is.
I said to Colin.
Well, I said it was boring afterwards.
This
and-
is nowhere near as boring as The Electric State.
No.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's a
not.
different kind of
Yeah.
boring, right? So what I want to say, this movie is famous for its deceptive trailer. The kangaroo, and I watched 2 trailers for this. I did no more research than this.
Yeah.
It's what I thought. He only talks at the end of the trailer after the title comes up.
Right.
And it's clear that Jerry O'Connell's hallucinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he's like, oh, what's going on? The way people talk about it, it makes you believe that he's like talking throughout the trailer.
Right,
And that's
okay.
not the case.
That it's like a movie, like that it was advertising as a movie about a
Or
animated.
just them chasing a kangaroo.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't look like an animated kangaroo other than he's CGI.
Mm-hmm.
But like, we all wanted him to be a talking, rapping kangaroo the entire time.
100%.
The poster is him like putting his glasses down, right?
Yeah.
Like, that promises a movie that this cannot deliver. But I think to call the trailer like, hey, you're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen in the trailer.
Yeah,
So.
I think there was like a class action lawsuit, wasn't there? About like
There was not.
There was. I looked it up. It was on IMDb or something in the Wikipedia because so many kids like wanted their parents to take them to see it because it was a talking kangaroo movie, and he does not talk.
He
So,
does talk in the movie a couple times.
Yeah, so I guess maybe. Well,
Another thing I want to bring up, everyone always talks about how this was like an originally an R-rated comedy.
yes.
And I believe it. It would have been the same movie, guys.
Well,
like, it would have been bad.
It seemingly the only thing that they really cut out was swears and some violence and
They said violence,
some boobs.
sex, profanity. Jerry O'Connell is quoted as saying that he shot a full frontal nudity scene
Yeah.
for this movie.
But yeah, no, you're right, Justin. Like, it's not like it would be a completely different
No.
movie because all like the kind of quote unquote humorous
Yeah.
things that happen in it that would still be in there. And then I was like, wow, I wish I could see that version. You know what? No, I don't want to see that version.
Yeah.
I like the cute CGI kangaroo. It's adorable.
It's pretty much just, they do stuff that was probably in the original movie, and then they just cut to like a reaction shot of Kangaroo Jack going.
I wish it was
Yeah.
more reaction shots of Kangaroo Jack. He disappears for like 30 minutes
He
of this.
does.
I
Yeah.
agree. And so apparently they had an animatronic Kangaroo Jack, and they replaced him with CG after the fact.
Was Tom Woodruff Jr. in the suit?
Who's that?
He's the guy that's like every creature suit. He's like an Aliens.
Yeah.
It's like amalgam.
Pumpkinhead is him.
Him and Alec Gillis are from Amalgamated Dynamics.
He's in the Kangaroo in Sorry to Bother You at the end.
Yeah, he does mostly gorillas, and he's like in the alien suit a lot in a bunch of movies.
But yeah, so my first question is
April just blank silence. She's like, all right, moving on.
so my first question is, do kangaroos really go back on their tails and kick humans in the face?
No.
Not humans.
Well,
they've been
there
known
was
to
a
kick.
thing about kangaroo boxing, right?
There was.
But like that had
Yeah.
to come from somewhere. It wasn't just made up.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do jump. I'm looking at photos right here,
Yeah.
and this is a move they do.
Yeah,
So
look at
when they're fighting other animals.
Oh man,
Just check out,
these
like-
images from BBC Earth rule.
Just, yeah.
It's like a kangaroo kicking another one, and the other one's like, ooh, like right in the gut.
Go to.
Oh, I just sent it to another chat through.
Oh, see.
Like, what is this? It's like Justin has
No
gone full
context.
dad mode, just sharing like
they
weird
do.
memes he sees.
Oh, that picture's amazing.
And they're
There's
really
another one in the
strong.
background watching, like, oh shit.
But just look up videos of people like kangaroos come up to you and they just start punching you.
So
Yeah.
kangaroo boxing was a thing.
Was
Did
a
they-
thing.
Well, like, did they actually like do that? You know how in the cartoons they would put you in
Yeah,
a ring?
they would put it. Yeah. They would like
shit.
put versus human.
Probably like in the
Wow.
Great Depression. It's like,
Yeah.
fight
Well,
to
we
feed
all
your family.
remember seeing, like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Here, I have a Vice article from 2015: the prolific and upsetting history of humans boxing kangaroos.
I don't want to read
Oh.
this.
Because you don't want to see like a man just beat a kangaroo to death.
Kangaroos
Yeah.
are actually adorable.
They're really
They have
cute.
very cat-like.
Maybe an Australian
faces.
listener is tuning in. He's like, those fucking vermin. We hate them so
There
much.
is a video of this little baby kangaroo. Remember in the vet's office, and it comes up and like into the vet's like little
Yeah,
pouch.
they have a little makeshift pouch. Yeah, I've
Oh
seen
my
lots of those.
God, it's so cute.
Oh, they're cute.
They're just like a little cat with like big feet.
Yeah, they're a marsupial, and
Yeah.
it's it's part of like a animal kingdom that we don't really have here, so it seems kind of like strange. But they're so interesting looking. I don't know. And camels kind of have similar faces.
What are you laughing
too.
at?
Sorry, I have an update from my friend that I accidentally sent him the email in the thread. He responded with, kangaroos are too Jack. It's unsettling.
Wow, maybe that's why it's called Kangaroo Jack.
That should be the sequel.
Oh, man.
Kangaroo
that he's
Jack.
like taking like a human growth hormone, or I guess it would be kangaroo growth hormone, KGH.
Kangaroo too jacked. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, where it's like, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of, it's like a steroid movie or something like that. We got to get you off the stuff, kangaroo.
But yeah, I did have a friend who back in 2003 did see this movie in theaters, and she was telling me about it, and she was like, yeah, it's not like a rapping kangaroo. Like it's like a
All
crime
right.
movie.
I need to take everyone to step back. What would a rapping kangaroo movie be?
Well, it would be
Would he
like-
be rapping
Constantly?
throughout? Like, yeah.
Oh, it's such a cute little baby.
I know, they're so cute.
I was said raccoon, kangaroo, cute roo.
It's a roo.
Yeah, kangaroo. I really need to work on my Australian accent.
Well,
Yeah, you do. We've all been talking
Speaking
about
of
it.
ooze, we got a didgeridoo in the opening credits here. It's not even the credits.
Dude,
It's like
they hit every Australian.
Oh my
There's like 5
God.
things.
it's
right
like,
off the bat.
Yeah, it's like we get the Jerry Bruckheimer production logo, which has kangaroos like jumping across.
I love
the
it when they
street.
mess with the logo.
That's great. Yeah. So there you go. That's it. Didgeridoo.
That's it. The end.
Yeah, but anyway,
Thanks, Lizzie, our
my
Kangaroo
point
Jack.
is, so this movie is kind of in between like Geely and like I guess like something like Catwoman. It's like it's not
Wait, what?
it's not as
What?
it's not as like upsetting or annoying or problematic or cringy as Geely, but it's not as like how many like hilarious scenes that something like Catwoman has. There's some funny scenes. Colin, you were laughing.
I laughed at a few things.
And there's some things that you laugh at because they're so bad.
There is
sure.
like it's one of those movies that confuses comedy with just a lot of stuff happening on the screen and a lot of yelling.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Poor Anthony Anderson is
he yells a lot in
yelling
this
too
movie.
much.
They let him riff a lot too.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that like, oh, he made up that joke on the day.
And Jerry O'Connell is just not that funny. He was in
Can
a
we talk
lot of
about like
comedies.
Jerry O'Connell's he's a star, right? Like he had that like
guess.
one little moment. Okay,
They
so
really try to make him a thing.
he's always been around because he was in Stand By Me in 1986.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until did he have he had Sliders?
Sliders.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, and
That's
I
right.
was a big fan of that, so that's how I knew him. But I don't,
He was in Joe's Apartment.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I watched recently. Good movie. I'll say it right
never
now.
saw that.
Yeah, and then he's mostly known for being married to Rebecca Romaine for a long time.
Oh, he was married to Rebecca Romaine.
He
Yeah,
was
I
in
think
like
so.
this really bad movie called Tomcats that I saw.
Oh, I wish we had watched that
late on TV.
instead.
It's a bad sex comedy.
It's Jerry O'Connell, Shannon Elizabeth, and Jake Busey.
Oh, is that the one where he's chasing the testicle and then it falls into somebody's like food?
I mean, you'll have
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I just remember.
I was in high school when I saw
It was like
this.
a gross out comedy, and then somebody loses a testicle at the hospital, and then it rolls into somebody's
I mean,
food.
I don't know, mate. I think.
And they
no,
eat it. That sounds
they eat
great.
it like a
It's
meatball.
kind of like the same thing as this movie. It's like he owes some people some money, and then he has to do some crazy things to get it back. You know?
Not just
Guys,
some
you want to see a
people.
classic? Jerry O'Connell was in a movie that featured Ryan Reynolds, and then they re-released it to try to emphasize Ryan Reynolds.
Oh no!
Buying the cow.
Buying the
poor,
cow.
Oh
Poor
god!
Photoshop Ryan Reynolds on the cover.
Oh, man, he looks so young. Oh no, they put him at the bottom.
That looks like
Yeah.
oh
and
my!
Jerry O'Connell's raising his eyes like, whoa.
That picture of him at the bottom with the rose in his mouth is the most photoshopped I've ever seen a head on a body.
His head is like
You expect like Steven
misshapen.
Seagal's head to be on
Well,
it.
look at his left.
Alyssa Milano.
Look at his screen right hand. Okay, you see
Yes.
it? Now look just
Yep.
below it.
There's another
There's like
hand.
the shadow of another hand that they forgot to like paint out. They left it in. They left it in.
Maybe his hand. No, it's the shadow of the hand casting behind.
I don't
him.
think it's a shadow.
And what a terrible title. Buying
I have a
the
little bit more
Cow?
faith in the graphic designer of Buying
Do
the
you?
Cow. Starring Alyssa Milano.
Yeah.
Oh. Ron Livingston. We love that guy, don't we?
Look at Alyssa Milano's head.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's her. That's like a different person. I don't know. Anyway.
Buying the Cow coming soon. To another thing
Yeah,
of a bad
Jerry
movie.
O'Connell. Like, so he's definitely well known.
Wait. I want to read the first review on Letterboxd. This movie was released in 2002 and still has the Twin Towers in it. No one cared enough to digitally scrub them from the skyline.
Well, you know, that's understandable.
Oh, buying the cow.
I'm buying the cow. I bet.
Jerry O'Connell, a man in this movie, looks too old to be in this film.
Wait, Kangaroo Jack or this one?
Kangaroo Jack, yeah.
Oh,
Like, he always
yeah.
looks kind of old.
Do you guys remember him on Burning Love? you know that
Johnny
web
O'Connell?
series?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the guys.
really?
What's
Yeah.
Burning Love?
Oh, it was like a Bachelor parody with like every comedy
yes,
person
with
you've
Michael Ian
known.
Black.
Ken
and-
Marino.
Ken Marino. Yeah, he was in the second season, and he was really funny on that. Anyway, my
Okay.
point is, he actually can be very funny, but he's been in such shit.
That was a great show.
I've watched Burning Love.
yeah,
it's
it was like
really
it was like a
funny.
Yahoo web series.
Yeah.
Really
Oh,
good.
it's so good.
Ken Marino, fuck, so funny.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and Jerry
very
O'Connell in Jerry Maguire.
Oh, who is he?
He's
Jerry
like the
O- is he-
famous
Jerry O'Guire.
Jerry O'Connell.
He's Jerry O'Connell.
He was,
I don't remember him.
He was the famous football player that like ditches Tom Cruise at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure I've actually seen that whole movie. It's one of those I caught some of it on TV.
Show
so many
me the
times.
money.
It's like you get the gist.
Classic.
We all know that scene.
Yeah, show me the money.
And like,
You can't handle the truth. All from
you know
Jerry
what?
Maguire.
Speaking of The Bachelor, his brother was a bachelor. Like
What?
he was one of the bachelors. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Biff O'Connell appeared on The
His
Bachelor.
name is Biff.
I don't think so. He has a brother.
I just made it up.
Oh, you can't do
What is Biff short for?
Biffington.
Biff is a given name, so there's no full
Who
name.
would name their baby Biff?
Well, it seems like it's only baby Biff. It's only given to like bullies or something.
Yeah. What was the last Biff? That was like, because I'm looking here, they're all dead. They all died. Like once you hit the 2000s, there was like a Biff
There's
elimination.
like certain names.
Never met a Biff. No
That
one
you-
wants because of Biff Tannen.
Yeah, no
right?
one wants to give their
Yeah.
kid like the name Adolf anymore.
Yeah, I mean the whole Khaleesi thing really,
Oh, God.
really backfired.
That was funny.
But those are just
It's
dumb,
like Biff
dumb
and
names.
Chip. No one.
I don't mind Chip. I think Chip is like a very cute name for like a little kid.
Those are like 1950s.
Yeah, but
names,
then,
though.
but the
You're right.
problem, April, they then
And
grow
they grow
up.
up.
Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
still
well,
called Chip.
Chip is short for Charles.
It
Is
is
it?
Charles or
I
Christopher.
thought it was
Yeah.
Chippington.
Chippington.
Well,
All right, wait. What's the plot of Kangaroo Jack?
okay, wait, hang on. Before that, let's talk about Anthony Anderson.
Okay, it keeps quiet because she keeps calling him Anthony Edwards.
Well, it's because you apparently are obsessed with Anthony Edwards.
The star of ER.
Yeah.
Love that show.
But Anthony Anderson, was he on like some kind of sitcom on like
I watched it. It was
TGIF?
good. Blackish.
No,
Oh,
like
a
back
different
like
one.
when he was like a teenager. Because I know him very well. I feel like he was like everywhere around this time.
Was he in You, Me, and Irene?
Yeah, he was
don't
one of the
know.
brothers.
He was one of
in
the
that.
brothers?
Yes.
Okay.
The sons.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me check here. Yep, there are sexual assault allegations again.
Oh, for God's
so
sake.
that's why I was like, where has he been?
Are you checking your
And, You know,
database?
he was in the Transformers.
No, I just
movie.
searched Anthony Anderson Me Too as one
Oh,
does.
no.
I wonder if he has a controversy section on his Wikipedia. Or do like agents like try to clear that out
Who
now? if
knows?
Nope, there is rape and sexual assault
Oh
allegations.
gosh.
Okay,
Well,
well,
anyway, I think
During
it was,
Hustle and Flow, was accused of raping a 25-year-old extra.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Got
And then he was sued again for sexual assault by another woman who claim Anderson made sexual suggestive remarks. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ugh.
well, anyway,
Well,
I think
here's
you
a
keep
Kangaroo
very
And then in
Jack.
funny.
2018, he was revealed to be investigated by the... God damn it.
Oh. But
Anyway, and on that note, back to Kangaroo Jack. Good day,
He
mate.
was investigated for a kangaroo boxing ring. He was
Oh,
operating in
no.
his backyard.
So
We
start the movie.
We start with a flashback. Jerry O'Connell is introduced as like a little kid. He's got an Italian last name. He does not look Italian, Jerry O'Connell.
well, actually, he's not. He's
What?
his mother marries a mob boss, and so that's how he gets involved with the mob later.
I'm just saying his Italian last name he has.
So he starts the movie with an Italian last name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super Italian. He doesn't take on Christopher Walken's name.
Okay.
So we see a very young Christopher Walken with Diane Cannon, who does not have any lines in this movie.
Maybe she had scenes that got deleted because
Yeah.
she's like not in this.
yeah.
It's so weird that they make a big deal of it's my stepdad. It's like, who cares? That doesn't play into the movie at
No,
all.
it
Well,
doesn't.
he kind of wants to like impress him.
Well, I guess he wouldn't kill his son, right?
That's.
Oh, that's what you would think.
It is the mafia we're talking about.
But yeah, I will say for this opening scene, great casting on young Jerry McConnell,
And young Michael Shannon.
young
Oh
Michael
my
Shannon,
God.
and young Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson.
The Michael Shannon I couldn't get over.
Anthony Edwards used to have hair back then. Wow. Miracle Mile, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, we see a young Christopher Walken. They're all on the beach for some reason. And Jerry O'Connell, Michael Shannon tries to like throw a football to him, and he throws it out too far. He almost drowns.
He
Anthony
hates him.
Anthony Anderson rescues him.
These are all played by children. It's not Michael Shannon playing with other children.
No.
Just,
No, but they
clear it
got
up.
like a teen that looks
Holy
kinda
shit.
scarily like
he
Michael
looks
Shannon.
exactly like him. It's
So
uncanny.
good casting. Yeah, so he gets sucked into the riptide, and Anthony Anderson saves him, and it's kind of like their origin story.
Yeah, it's like they're best buddies from there on.
And something about this movie you need to know is that it's kind of like edited like a, you know, I want to say like a Michael Bay movie, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's
like a Jerry Bruckheimer.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
if you
but
will.
there's all these like cuts and like ridiculous whips and slides and I felt like they were like really laying that on to try and give it a lighter tone, or maybe that was always there and all they.
It was always there. It's like the Jerry Bruckheimer touch.
Yeah.
So like at the beginning, we go to the present where Jerry O'Connell is getting in trouble again because of his friend Anthony Edwards, and there's like a brief little
Like
chase,
truck chase,
with
yeah.
shots right out of like Michael Bay's Bad Boys too.
Oh, yeah.
of like stuff falling out of it.
Yeah,
and-
it's kind of reminded me of the truck chase in Beverly Hills Cop, the opening, the very first one.
Yeah, and I
where he's
mean,
in the
like,
truck and
It's
also produced by Jerry Bruckheimer.
yeah. that's right.
Points to that. This lame, movie. It has the Bruckheimer touch.
Yeah.
At least in this opening thing.
yeah, I think the budget was like 60 mil or something like that. But it
there are
does.
parts where it's an action movie.
Yeah, it looks like a genuine movie. It's like shot on film. It's lit nice.
Yeah, I will say it's shot
It's-
pretty good.
It looked like a movie, not like your cheap little film.
Yeah.
Well, I
Don't
mean,
have
we were
me.
praising Year One 2 weeks ago. I mean,
Oh,
this
God.
looks a hell of a lot
one
better
of
than
us
that.
was praising Year One, not
this
me.
has that Bruckheimer kind of slickness and the production value that you kind of expect. It's just weird to see it in this like
I wonder who the DP was.
comedy movie, which is very weird.
Comedy
this is from the
action.
director of Coyote Ugly.
Yeah.
And not much else.
No, he's like a music video guy.
I think he did some TV work or something like that.
His literally his only two
Yeah,
credits.
Coyote Ugly,
are Coyote
not
Ugly
a
and
good, not a
Kangaroo
good
Jack.
movie, but that was like, I don't know if it was hugely successful, but like
It was,
everybody
yeah.
knows what that is. They know
sure,
the
yeah.
name, so obviously it was big success.
So yeah, what is he?
They get in
It seems
trouble.
like
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony
Anthony
Anthony Anderson is kind of just like a buffoon that always gets Jerry
Anthony
O'Connell.
Edwards.
He always gets Jerry O'Connell into trouble. Blah blah blah. And Jerry O'Connell for some reason is like owns a hair salon in the
I
present
like
day.
his like
It's funny
his
because
hairdresserness.
that makes the assumption that he's gay, right? That keeps coming up in the movie.
Does it though?
Well,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
DP
they do.
of
They keep
this
saying
has
it.
done a lot of huge movies. Gods of Egypt, Expendables 3, Clash of the Titans,
Oh wow.
The Incredible Hulk that you worked on, Colin.
What's his name?
No movie is bigger
Peter
than
Menzies Jr.
Oh okay.
Clash of the Titans.
Shooter, When a Stranger Calls, Miss Congeniality 2, Laura Croft Tomb Raider,
Wow.
Oh my God! What a shit.
The Kid with Bruce
Filmography.
Willis.
He's worked with the greats.
General's Daughter, Hard Rain. Okay, we saw that. A Time to Kill.
So he's
Die Hard with a
Simon West
Vengeance.
guy.
Okay, yeah. General's Daughter was Simon West, wasn't it?
Yeah, so big movies. This is actually kind of like the outlier. It doesn't do a lot of comedies, except Miss Congeniality 2, I guess.
But originally this was not a comedy-ish.
No, it was a comedy. Yeah,
Just
it
more
was
of a-
Did he
just
shoot
darker.
Con Air? Because
I didn't
it sounds
see
like
it.
he's in the Jerry Bruckheimer.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see it, but
And that was Simon West too, wasn't it?
Con Air was,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I was like, did he meet Con?
Okay. Did he
no,
meet
he
Nick Cage?
didn't
Did they
didn't
meet?
do Con Air.
Peter Rabbit.
Yeah,
Oh, man. what
Peter,
a-
both Peter
oh,
Rabbit movies.
Man,
So, yeah, we get
he
a-
has a filmography of the cinematographer of like every bad movie that is maybe close to being good. Like that sucks. Like Incredible Hulk.
Die Hard 3.
It's like, oh, you get to do 13th Warrior.
Oh.
Abduction.
Oh.
The Kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Both Peter Rabbit movies.
Okay. Well,
Hard Rain.
Hard Rain was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, White Sands. Ugh.
Oh.
Posse. That one's fun. Bless the Child.
Oh, is Posse the one with what's his nuts?
That's Mario Van Peebles.
yeah. When you get
Fun
when
movie.
you get to
Very
when you
good.
get to hell, tell them Jesse sent you or something like that.
Man of the House. Ooh, we could do that. Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh.
Cedric the Entertainer.
That sounds great. Tommy Lee Jones
well.
being grumpy.
Oh, you kids got to form a perimeter around me. You got to go over here and like do that. Blah 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 blah.
But yeah, so anyway, he gets in a squabble where he leads like the police to like
Christopher Walken's
like
hideout or
all-
warehouse.
Who showed up for
all his
one day of
stuff.
shooting.
Yeah,
And
I
what a
really
day.
wish he was in this more. So he's like reaming him out, and he's like,
You know, he's
"I'm gonna send you to Australia."
Christopher Walken is doing like a Christopher Walken impression in this scene.
I know,
He's
but-
like,
I mean, hasn't he been doing that
Yeah.
I feel like,
for
guys,
the
I
last
feel like
20
we
years
said
of
the
his life?
same thing with Geely. Like this is the same performance.
What is the last subdued walk-in?
oh,
Well, I mean,
Dune 2.
Severance.
Oh, yes. Well, Dune 2 suffers a little bit from Christopher Walken looked like he showed up in what he's wearing in the movie, like the Harrison Ford factor from Blade Runner 2.
If you haven't seen him, he's
happened-
great in Severance.
He's terrific in Severance.
It's a very subtle performance.
That's,
extremely
yeah.
subtle.
It's,
and
it's-
powerful.
yeah, it's a great character. Him and John Turturro are fantastic in it.
Whoa, Christopher Walken was in a movie that doesn't look like it existed. It's called Father Figures. Listen to this
Dude,
cast.
I've seen that.
Oh, you
I watched
have?
on an airplane.
Why?
I watched on an airplane.
Really?
That's where it lives. Owen Wilson, Ed Helms, J.K. Simmons, Cat Williams, Terry Bradshaw, Ving Rhames, Christopher Walken,
stupid.
Glenn Close, Harry Shearer, June Squibb, Ali Wong. What a
It's
cast!
just a movie with it's like a series of sketches about like a guy trying to find his father or something. Yeah. And like each scene is like a different actor.
Oh, this sounds
It
familiar.
was directed by the cinematographer of The Joker.
Because the
One and
cover
two.
is like Ed Helms looking like it's like his face and someone else, people like grabbing him, and he looks like
Glenn Close.
He looks like upset.
Okay.
Yes.
You probably recognize the.
No, it's not the one I'm thinking of. It's always
looks
it's
like-
always Owen Wilson. He's always in
Always
stuff.
Owen Wilson. It's like that one stock image too that's on his driver's license.
Wow.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, I was on an airplane and I saw this
Wait,
poster. And
look
I was
at Ed
like,
Helms'
I'm going
head.
to watch
The
this.
photo of Christopher Walken for this poster seems to be pasted off of like a red carpet photo. It's just like,
This is terrible.
Is it like Ed Helms' head looks really big in this?
Yeah.
he's a man with no
It
neck.
looks like he's on like a little person's body.
Well, it's a tiptoe situation in the movie.
He's on Gary Oldman's little body.
Anyway, so they get sent to Australia to redeem themselves, I suppose, in Christopher Walken's eyes. Both of them.
They have to go to Sydney, and then they have to meet a Mr. Smith and hand him an envelope. And they're
you
not
can't look
supposed to
in.
look in the envelope.
And there's $50,000, which seems like, I mean, that's a lot of money, but it doesn't seem like that much money, if you know
Not
what I
when you
mean.
find out
Not
what
when you
it's
find out
for.
what it's for, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like he's going to give this Mr. Smith money to kind of smooth over things with the cops or something. I don't know. But yeah, they got to go to Sydney.
And
I'm
yeah, so
apoplectic.
like there's like some like funny stuff on the plane, not really.
This plane thing, you know what? I thought it was Estelle Warren that he talks to on the plane.
It's apparently just a different
It's just a different girl, a different blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry O'Connell like says one word to her on the plane or something, and then they're still talking about her in like the next
Scenes
scene.
deleted, probably.
Yeah,
that's probably
probably.
why it seems out of place.
Because his character
maybe
is
they
not,
had sex in the bathroom.
or it's it's true.
Did you write this as your Kangaroo Jack fan
Yeah.
fiction,
Yeah.
April?
Yeah,
That's probably what happened.
that's
Every character, who could they be? What are they doing? What adventures could they go on?
They could go on.
Maybe
What's-
there's two
what's their
kangaroos.
backstory?
They could-
Kangaroo James.
Well, and then Anthony Edwards. Jesus Christ,
Look,
Anthony.
everybody knows who we're talking about. Okay, so just say whatever Anthony you want.
You're the star of ER and Miracle Mile.
Anthony has like candy in his pockets of his red jacket, and he gives a really like fiery gobstopper to Jerry.
Do you think that
O'Connell.
was a reshoot? Was it originally cocaine or some other drug?
You think he's giving him cocaine on the plane?
Yeah, why not? It's an R-rated comedy.
This was post 9/11.
Yeah, everyone was doing coke on planes,
But
right?
yeah, April was like, that gobstopper is coming back. That's like
And
a
it
setup.
does.
Oh, April,
Kinda.
you got
Yeah,
it.
and I said-
the setup was no joke.
Yeah, and I was like, do you think they're going to give it to Kangaroo Jack?
I was
And April was like, they couldn't. That would
I
be
was
too
like
crazy.
calling everything that happened in this movie. So yeah, they land, and then
They call and turn to you and was like, did you write Kangaroo Jack, April? How do you know?
And then I just went to like the bedroom and I closed the door. I'm not talking to her.
Hey, wasn't that bad, you guys? Come
Yeah.
on.
So,
But
yeah.
we're about to get to a cute kangaroo. Although,
No, well,
okay.
they have to go through customs first.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like it's stupid.
They're
They're
like-
just like yammering at each other.
Well, they figure it out. But there is a really stupid scene on the plane where they go into the bathroom, they
Yeah.
tear open the envelope, find that it's like 50 grand. And then the stewardess outside is like, it's like a Three's Company
She
joke.
thinks they're talking about.
Where like Mr. Roper is like listening inside.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
Yeah, that they're having sex with each other, which is very funny. 'cause
look,
that would make
at
them
all
gay.
that green in such a brown package. Oh, I'm scoop it up. I'm picking it up. Yeah. Oh, I'm throwing it everywhere. And it's just like, oh yeah, alrighty. This is what we're doing.
It wasn't executed very well.
No.
But yeah, so they land and yeah, they get through customs.
Well,
and,
one of them does.
Oh yeah, and then poor Jerry O'Connell gets strip searched.
I'm wondering if this is the full frontal scene.
I'm wondering too. Yeah.
Do you think he like showed full erect hog in it?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be erect.
Jerry O'Connell
You
like, for
can't
Kangaroo
do
Jack.
It's not even for
I
Kangaroo
jacked it.
Jack.
I had full frontal erection.
Was this
It was
originally?
like a 5-minute scene that he just masturbated.
was this
on
movie
screen.
originally even called Kangaroo Jack?
No,
Probably not.
It was called Down and
it was
Under.
not.
Down and Under.
Yeah.
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 I mean, like, it's not that bad of an idea for a movie, but apparently
Yes.
it didn't work. And they tested it.
It
they
is.
tested it, and everyone was like, it was terrible. So they're like, how can we save this?
I think the kangaroo got a big reaction, and they're like,
Okay.
They're like that. Yeah, the kids love the kangaroo
well, kids
for
wouldn't
some
be.
reason.
They shouldn't be in the test.
they shouldn't be
screening.
watching Down and Under with Jerry O'Connell
I mean,
with
Down
an erect
and
penis.
Under, like, yeah, it sounds like a sex comedy.
That's probably what it was.
Apparently more of like
Yeah,
a sex.
the original
like, crime.
poster-
Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell was erect on the cover.
Yeah.
Just full nude.
And then it was like,
Okay,
get
so
jacked.
they're driving, and we need to talk about the scene because I was shocked.
Of course, they
and
have
appalled.
Land Down Under playing on the soundtrack.
It's the most obvious like music drops in this movie.
Yeah. So it's like a driving montage. I guess they're in the Australian outback.
Yeah, so they're driving and they hit a kangaroo and he's dead. And they find a dead kangaroo and they start playing with his corpse. Who are these people who does this?
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
You know who does this? Rich assholes who go big game hunting in Africa.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They take pictures of themselves holding up, animals and smiling.
Yeah.
And that's what they do with this poor kangaroo.
It's so bizarre.
And they put the jacket on because they're joking, like, doesn't he look like,
Jimmy Legs or whatever?
Jimmy Legs I used to know. So they put sunglasses on him and it's like a puppet. Like it's not a CG. It turns into a CG.
It looks really good.
At first, it's like a real like kangaroo puppet, but to the point that it made me feel really bad. I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And then they decide, instead of just leaving it there, which is probably what you would do, they're going to put it in the back of their truck and take it somewhere.
I don't know why.
No blood, thank God. But it turns out he's not dead.
He turns into
So
CG.
would you let out a sigh of relief when that happened?
I was
April?
like,
You were
what are they doing?
I was telling her, I'm like, they're literally putting on Kangaroo Jack's jacket from the poster.
And April's like, I don't believe
They're
you.
putting the
And it's like,
glasses-
didn't you write this film? I was high on cocaine, Colin.
How am I supposed to get behind these characters, especially Anthony Anderson, that he thinks it's funny to take a dead animal and dress it up and take pictures of you posing with it?
Yeah, it's a
Who
very
would do that?
It's a very long scene, too, and very uncomfortable. And Jerry O'Connell's kind of just going along with it. He doesn't look comfortable with it, but it's just really weird. But we missed one thing in the driving montage. It's all like stock footage.
Oh yeah, they cut to like really not matching.
It
stock
is so
footage.
grainy. It doesn't. They just have a shot of a kangaroo that looks
It's like a Italian exploitation film where it cuts to like...
It's like shots from Wake and Fright or something like that.
Well, it's like they didn't care. They're like, yeah, no one's gonna care.
Who cares? So yeah, he turns into CGI.
CGI Jack.
And
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's like a werewolf transformation into CGI. Or like the Looney Tunes had to suffer in A New Legacy. Is that what the second Space Jam movie was called?
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't
You
watch
got me.
it.
Oh, you didn't watch that?
Oh,
Where
God, no.
They get like from 2D animation, they get transformed to CG animation.
Is it like horribly painful?
Yes, it is. They're like, no, and they hate that it happens. And you're like, then why are you forcing us to watch this?
It's like directed
You know
by
it's
David
bad.
Cronenberg.
But yeah, so then the kangaroo punches them in the face, which is hilarious, kicks them, and he hops away. And the kangaroo is, for the most part, CG. Sometimes it seems like they had a real kangaroo with they put the jacket on.
There's like it's kind of like 1/3 of these like chase scenes and him running. It looks like a real kangaroo with that they put a jacket or something on, like a little like red blanket or something.
Yeah,
because it's too good. And then it cuts to the CG one, and you're like, oh, okay.
And I like Kangaroo Jack. They gave him Frank Welker's voice. He kind of
They gave him.
He was blessed.
He
with
was
Frank
blessed
Welker's
with Frank
voice.
Frank
He makes-
Welker gave
it's
him
cu-
life.
It's really cute. It's not like ridiculously cute, but like it's already kind of cute.
They're laying it on. It's more like
Yeah, but also like
Sounds
it's-
kind of like the Abu from Aladdin.
Yeah. It's not like fully anthropomorphized. Like it's like a dumb animal. Like that's what it is. And so it's like finding candy in its pockets. So people were misled into thinking that it would be talking and rapping. It doesn't do that, only in a dream sequence and the end of the movie.
But he's more than just a regular kangaroo, because he's reacting to them like crashing their car. He's like, oh
Yeah, there's a few like reaction shots, but it's
Now,
not like looking at the camera.
I would like, my big complaint is not the
Well.
lying. It's that there's never a shot of the real kangaroo and his eyes go like, oh, like CGI get big.
like furry vengeance.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Yeah.
thing whenever there's an animal in a movie.
They didn't do that. No.
just
No, they
wanted-
did not.
No,
Someone
you just-
should make a list on Letterboxd of all the movies where a real life animal, their eyes are
So
like
I can make a
photoshopped
montage.
like.
somebody meaning you.
I know there's one in The Grinch.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Did we talk
when,
about it?
when the dog gets its butt kissed. Come on, you guys.
Oh
remember that, right?
yeah, that's right.
And
You know
of
what?
course,
I've
all
come
of
around on
Furry
the Grinch. I
Vengeance.
love it.
No,
And I put the gun in my
I-
mouth.
I
I'm
hate
like, kill me. It's not me.
Okay, we're gonna watch it again then for this
No.
Christmas.
Oh, could that be our holiday?
Holiday horror.
Every year.
We're just stuck in a loop,
Oh no.
a miserable loop.
Okay.
But yeah, my favorite thing is definitely the CGI kangaroo because it's adorable and I like kangaroos. and it's hopping around.
Yeah, he's kind of cute.
It doesn't, but it doesn't actually get to do that much.
Not really.
It's more
no.
just them, chasing it, and
I wish it was more like Roadrunner-esque, like on purpose, like screwing with them.
That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I thought the movie was going to be. I thought it would be more like at the end of the movie, he would be like, "Damn that kangaroo! I hate that
Yeah.
kangaroo."
Oh, so what you wanted was like Christopher Walken in the Country Bears?
yeah,
Where he's like, "I'll
This
get
isn't
you,
the
Country Bears." Hey, can we watch
Yes.
Country Bears for this podcast?
It's probably like they couldn't reshoot anything, so he is intentionally a side character just reacting because
You're right.
They couldn't reshoot anything.
Yeah, it seems like even though they retooled and re-edited, they didn't shoot new stuff.
No,
I don't think
so. They're not going to go all the way back down to Sydney, Australia to reshoot
No,
this
they
stuff?
go to a bar, and I like this Australian man who is like, you're a Yank that can drink.
He's
Oh
great.
no, it's
Charlie?
Wake and Fright.
Yeah, it is. It's Donald Pleasance from Wake and Fright. Well, this guy, Bill Hunter, he's actually really good in this. This guy, you should look at his IMDb, the movies he's been in.
He's been
It's
in everything.
insane.
Everything Australian.
Everything Australian, like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Gallipoli.
I'm sure like our Australian listeners know this guy,
Yeah, like he was
Very
like
well.
a huge list of movies that he was
What
in.
is
He
the
was-
Canadian equivalent to him? Like Colin Feore?
Yeah.
Or
I would
Christopher
say.
Plummer.
Christopher
Well,
Plummer?
I mean, Christopher Plummer is a prestigious actor that the whole world
How
knows. I don't know if the
dare
whole
you,
world
April.
knows this
Colm
guy.
Feore, yeah.
I would say Colm Feore. I feel like non-Canadians probably don't know who Colm Feore is.
It's true. Well, he played Pierre Trudeau in a TV movie.
The father of Loki and Thor, the first one? No?
Yeah, he's been in big things.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was in the Riddick movie.
But yeah, this
Oh,
guy,
yes,
yeah,
the
I know,
necromonger,
yeah.
the
He was
king of the
the king of the
necromonger.
But yeah, this
necromongers.
Australian guy has been in big things, but I think
Our-
in smaller roles.
Our
Yeah,
pal Peter once went up to Colin Feore and was like, "Oh, I love you in Riddick." He's like, "Riddick? Oh, I love that movie. I would love if they had me back."
Wow,
Really?
good to know
Yeah.
that he liked it. Yeah. Oh, man, I kind of just want to rewatch The Chronicles of Riddick. I really like
Yeah.
that movie.
Did we do it for this podcast?
We did.
I think we
Oh,
did.
great
Yeah.
movie.
We must have done it. Didn't we talk about the third one as well?
maybe just like at the same time.
In
Was it just called,
passing, yeah,
was it
yeah,
just
yeah.
called Riddick?
We mostly
It's just called
the
Riddick.
third one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the new one coming out called?
Rid.
We have to talk about this every
Dick.
podcast.
Furia.
The new
That's what it's called.
Riddick that has never happened.
Countdown to Riddick.
Countdown to Riddick.
It's happening. As we said last time, they're shooting it.
Yeah, I promise they're shooting it.
And then Vin Diesel's going to be on. Didn't we say this? He like shows up on the red carpet and he's like, "I've just decided to make 3 more movies."
Yeah, 3 more.
Remember he decided that like on the red carpet of like the last Fast and the Furious. He's like, the studio just told us that they wanted to do 2 more. and
I
then
saw
it went
Louis
fine.
Leterrier said he's directing the next one again. No,
What?
no.
Yeah, they keep saying.
Well,
it.
he's a good soldier. He does what he's told.
Yeah, he does what he's told, but he's bad.
He's fine.
Can't you like Louis Leterrier can shoot the unit with Vin Diesel and get Justin Lin back?
So like they just distract Vin Diesel. It's like,
Well, Vin Diesel thinks he's in like a different movie.
Right this way, sir.
that would be amazing. Oh, that would be so
Are
good.
you talking about Fast and the Furious or Riddick?
Yo, Fast and the Furious. So yeah, Leterrier just like takes Vin Diesel. They
Yeah, it's
shoot
like-
they shoot pretend scenes.
No, they shoot the real scenes that
they're like,
inserted later.
Where was the other actors? And he's like, Vin,
Oh,
this scene
oh,
is
put them in
the
green
scene is
screen.
all about you, Vin.
I like that.
Justin Lin, he directs the real movie, and then
Oh, no, they
just,
don't mention Justin Lin because I feel like Vin Diesel feels like he's betrayed by Justin Lin.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know, right? So
Oh,
Justin
yeah,
Lin directs the real movie under
Yeah.
the studio, like whatever. They're like, do what you want with the real actors, and then they just cut Vin into the movie.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they'll shoot them
they can
back
do
to
it.
back to get it through, and then they'll
Yeah.
like eject Vin into space because they want nothing to do with him anymore. And then Vin will wander through the galaxy.
You want to go to Furia?
More
What has your
powerful.
chance?
They went to space.
They're going to send
last
him to
movie.
crematoria.
Yeah, and he'll be back, baby. Nothing can stop Vin Diesel. Oh wait, let me look at. Are there any lawsuits still pending against him?
Look in your sex offender database. Beep, 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 beep. They're gonna like he's gonna be frozen in space like Buck Rogers. And he'll show up in like
No,
the
he's gonna get
25th
like too
century.
close to like a nuclear sun and become like a Superman like figure.
like what is it, Solar
I
Man?
mean, he practically is a Superman in those Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Justin means in real life, April. It's going to be imbued with the atomic power of the
I like
sun.
how I said like nuclear energy. Yes, that's if you got close to the sun, that's what would happen.
Sure.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody knows that.
So nuclear, and we all know Superman Clark Kent gets his powers from Earth's yellow sun.
Yeah, it's true. That's what if I know anything
Guys,
about.
speaking of which, they play
Second blank stare from April. All right, let's keep
They
moving.
play the Superman song in this movie.
Oh, they do. Yes.
Yeah, the actual John Williams Superman score.
How much do you think John Williams made for that? Nothing.
I don't know.
Who
Fuck.
knows?
Because I think
like-
Warner Brothers probably owns it.
Maybe.
And they made
Yeah,
this
maybe.
movie, right?
Did they do the natural as well?
They
Because they
did the
played the
Natural,
natural
too,
theme song
the
later.
baseball.
Yes, they do. Because I know on The Simpsons they play the natural all the time. Because I think that, is it a Fox movie? They say they get it for free. So.
Oh, yeah, because they've played it at least twice on The Simpsons. I know
Oh
that.
yeah, multiple. We love the natural. The Simpsons are still doing Chariots of Fire parodies.
That's insane.
Oh, yeah.
Get
I'm not,
Al Jean out of there.
I
This,
don't,
like,
I'm not
90-year-old
watching.
man.
I remember
can't
that was
watch
one
the
of
news,
my. It was
so.
my dad's one of my dad's favorite soundtracks of all time was Chariots of Fire, Vangelis, and we would like as a family. Anytime we went out in the car, he would be blasting like dun, 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 dun. I think with the windows down too.
Pumps you up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually remember liking The Natural, like the movie. I watched it. I don't know. I think I was a teenager or something, and I was like, yeah, pretty good sports movie. But I don't remember much about it other than that one scene where,
Yeah,
you
it looks-
know,
I remember it looking amazing, and I remember in the opening scene, I think Robert Redford's playing himself at like 18, but he looks like
Yeah, I was gonna
45.
say that he's like 50 years old, and he's like, it's just young me, Robert Redford.
There I am.
So
what happens?
What else of note? I mean, like I
Well,
said,
we didn't talk about. I've had this tab open since we started talking about it, licking my chops to talk about the third lead. Well, fourth lead. We got to remember Kangaroo Jack, Estella Warren,
Yeah.
who shows up in this movie.
who I don't like her. She's bland and boring.
She's not good.
Whoa! Oh man, we're back in April's. I hate this actor
Shots
corner.
fired.
Well,
Wow.
I'm sure we talked about it when we talked about Planet of the Apes.
Women have to lift each other up.
Oh, I
April.
forgot. I was looking. I was like, what movie did we talk about? But she has such a cursed career of like
Oh,
bad
yeah.
movies. Like she was in The Cooler. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. But then she's also in Driven.
Yeah.
And movies that look like they don't exist, like the John Bon Jovi National Lampoon's Pucked.
What?
Directed, I can't believe, by Arthur Hiller, director of Love Story and Silver Streak and See No Evils and The Out of Towners. Yes.
Oh my! With John Bon Jovi is in it?
The star of the movie.
Oh my!
Well, at least she got to do a movie with Mr. Jovi.
I love how you hesitate.
Mr.
Is it Bon Jovi? Bon Jovi, isn't
What
it?
nationality is his name? Because he's
let's
just
see.
a white guy.
Yeah.
My French Canadian, when I was a kid, my French Canadian friend convinced me. Like I think he probably thought it was Bon Jovi, the band.
I mean,
And so like
I think that's
I'm
a
gonna
good
look it.
assumption.
I was
Well, he
like-
was
sure it's
born
a
in New Jersey.
made-up name.
Do you know who his daughter-in-law is?
who?
Millie Bobby Brown.
No.
Yep.
We just talked about her on the upcoming Patreon episode.
That's because she married his son.
Oh,
Oh.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Is that who she's holding hands with in those pictures that you sent?
I don't think
Don't
so.
think so.
No.
That looks like
It looks like a child.
Yeah, it does. Bon Jovi.
Bon
Oh, have you
Jovi.
heard that new song from Bon Jovi?
Estella Warren is also in an amazing Beauty and the Beast looking movie that has like the wildest like bootleg cover art you've ever seen.
Oh my god.
What was coming out? Oh, you know what? It was probably the Disney remake. 2010? Is that when it came out? Or is that too
Oh
early?
no.
Well, there was
Like-
a movie called Beastly.
Beauty and the Beast, a dark tale.
Oh no. What has she done to herself?
That guy's, yeah. He's pretty
I like that
ugly.
cover because she looks confused. Like she's like,
Okay,
Yeah.
her breasts are like way too
large.
featured in this this
She-
poster.
I
She
think
was a
she's-
swimmer, right? Former synchronized swimmer. I'm just reading.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, yes, she has a bad career, but you know,
think- well-
if she was an amazing, sorry, but if she was an amazing actress, I'm sure that she wouldn't be in such terrible
Well,
movies.
April,
was-
she's already dead. It might not
was
have been her career.
told. I was told that she was boning. What's his name?
Tim Burton?
No, on
Mark
the
Wahlberg?
set of Driven.
Driven?
Who
Sylvester
directed,
Stallone?
No, who
director.
directed Driven?
Oh, Rennie Harlan.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then so we would get the dailies at my work, and then there's a scene in Driven, I guess, where she's like swimming, like doing swimming, synchronized swimming or something. And apparently he just like shot like 10 hours of her just in a bikini, like swimming like all day long. And they're like, ugh, it's like 5 seconds in the movie.
That's gross.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Sylvester Stallone. The story of the famous story of Sylvester Stallone Mike still being on. We've all heard it. Cup the balls. Wait, what is it?
It was
Cup the ball.
that movie.
Well,
Griffin?
every sound guy has a story that had happened on the movie they worked on with Stallone.
It
Like,
can't have happened on all the movies.
yeah. What? Wait, I'm trying to find what it is. Okay, if you search it, one of the first thing that comes up is the episode of The Important Cinema Club. 'Cause I called it "Cradle the Balls, Work the Shaft," the Sylvester Stallone story.
The Sylvester
Wow,
Stallone
there's
story.
9,000 listens on that episode.
A lot of
Other
Stallone fans.
Yep.
Porno fans. Well, he wasn't a porno.
That's true.
The Legend of Stallone's Horny Hot Mike.
Okay, you guys have to have a favorite thing, right? Can't pick the cute CGI kangaroo. Oh, well, let's talk
You know
about the dream sequence.
Well, hold on. We have to do the plane sequence first, which,
Yeah, I
which
mean,
might be my favorite thing.
That was
actually.
fun. Like
So
real
built in-
plane.
Yeah, they have to. Okay, so they meet Estelle Warren. She's like works for some wildlife whatever, and they're like, we have to capture this kangaroo. She's like, you need a plane, you need a tranquilizer gun, and then they find out that the drunk pilot.
Drunk guy at the bar
At
is
the bar
pilot.
is the pilot.
Yeah.
So there is a scene where they're flying in a biplane, chasing this kangaroo. What is it? A herd of kangaroo? I don't know.
Sure.
Trying to like shoot it, and they accidentally like shoot the pilot, and then they crash the plane. All practical. It looks actually really good. It's like something, you'd see in like a high-end like action movie.
Yeah.
And I was
props
very
to
impressed.
that, you know?
I was like, wow, they're doing some like
Real
some
locations.
biplane stunts, some like they're crashing it and it rips the landing gear off.
They
and
are
then
annoying though, and they're yelling and screaming.
It's mostly Anthony
just screaming.
Paz
Yeah.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Screaming,
Yes.
which is most of this movie.
Yeah, which it really brings it down. But yeah, so then they're walking around in the desert, they're having mirages, and it's somewhere around this point that he hallucinates. Kangaroo Jack rapping. Also, we didn't mention Kangaroo Jack has his own theme song, which is just an off-brand Snoop Dogg riff.
He raps in this scene.
He raps, and then he like has like there's a whole bunch of kangaroos, and they're dancing, and they have the voices of his friends.
One
and
has like Christopher Walken's voice, and they keep calling them chicken blood, and over and over. And apparently, it was supposed to be chicken shit, and then when they cut it down to PG, you keep the insult as chicken blood,
which
it's
just
so
makes
weird.
no sense and is just weird.
You know what isn't weird? The farting camels, Justin.
Yeah,
Love it.
Did you laugh?
I love farting.
We were laughing.
Did I
This
laugh? No.
We
I
weren't-
sat
we-
there stone faced.
We weren't
I
laughing
laughed.
in the farting scene in year one. That was just weird and uncomfortable. But the farting, maybe it's because it was animals. It was kind of funny.
It's just a funnier sound, and then at the
It's a funnier sound.
at the end, there's like this insanely loud, long fart, and then Anthony Edwards.
That was me.
He's like,
says
that was me.
him.
Thought that was kind of funny. There is a funny scene where they're in a sandstorm, and then Anthony
And he's like
Anderson-
leaning forward.
He's like leaning.
That was pretty funny.
He's leaning at like a 45-degree angle. He's like, "Oh, this breeze is nice."
See, there were some funny moments.
They get rescued by Estelle Warren. They go to a set that looks like a waterfall.
Waterfall set.
An interior waterfall set.
That had to be, longer in the R-rated version, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
So you think, that's just a full penetration sex scene happened there?
Just Jerry O'Connell comes with a
Just-
big erect full frontal.
He was pegged in the
Yeah,
scene in the original cut.
Yeah, it was terrifying. They built the set. They shot on there for like 3 weeks apparently. Just this crazy. set
It
scene.
reminded me of that scene in, was it Stealth?
Yeah,
Where they're
exactly.
Like, we're going to hand on a waterfall in our bikinis. Yeah. This was a little more down to earth than that. I mean, to be honest, they had more chemistry in this than they did in Stealth.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just want to talk about, because we're talking about Stealth that Jessica Biel was in.
Yeah.
That I recently. Have you seen the Aerosmith music video where they like fight mechs?
What?
No.
It's
Is that
called
new?
"Fly Away from Here." It was 2013 song. No, it's got to be earlier than that. But Jessica Biel is like in a bikini in a mech, and she's like controlling a mech with boobs to fight.
What?
Yeah,
That seems
would
very
recommend Aerosmith's "Fly Away from Here." I was not shocked to learn it was directed by Joseph Kahn. Oh, 2001 it came out, so it's a 2001
Oh,
ass
yeah.
music video.
Well, I mean, no, I that seems insane that I've never seen this.
Well, so I
I
mentioned it to Emily, and she's like, I've never seen that. And when she started playing, she's like, I've seen this. I hate this song. I used to play all the way from all the time.
Okay,
so.
I probably know the song then.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
like a post-2000s Aerosmith song. We're all singing it,
I was
right?
listening to a little bit of Aerosmith around
Really?
that time. Well, the Armageddon song, right? Came out.
Yeah.
And then, so I think they had a new album. They had a song that was on the radio called Pink. I listened to a lot.
It goes, fly away from here. So like real Creed kind of
Yeah,
coded, like
yeah.
Nickelback. Yeah.
That's what was the
Except with
style at the time.
Mechs with boobs.
Yeah, and how I came to this was I was reading a comic book, and at the end the guy was like, "Yeah, we designed a music video for Aerosmith," and I went, "No, they didn't. That doesn't. Oh my god, it does exist."
Oh my god.
Because he said it was like for Joseph Kahn.
Oh,
and I was
wow.
like, and when I was watching the music video, I was like, "Wait, is that Jessica Biel?" And it was. And I
Wow.
was like, "Boy." Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Bring it back. Music videos don't really exist anymore, do they?
Well, not in that kind of.
Yes, they still make them, but there's no money.
Yeah,
not,
but
not
not
at that
not that-
scale.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they do, and they're few and far between. But back in the day, like in the
Not the mech was boobs
like
scale.
not the early 2000s, they would throw millions at music videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a Gundam with boobs.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Oh wow, yeah, look at
Giant
that.
boobs that serve no purpose. Maybe they shoot lasers.
Jessica Biel is in a weird bikini with sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes it
my
more
God.
aerodynamic,
That's very,
I guess.
very
Sure.
2000s.
She looks like Barbarella or something.
Yeah. That's probably what. What's funny is like music videos is just like images back then too. Like you see a guy like Steven Tyler turns into like a young Steven Tyler for some reason when he's singing.
That image looks a lot like the Britney Spears Toxic video.
I believe Joseph Kahn
also-
directed.
Yeah, I think he also
Yeah,
directed
Toxic.
that. So that's
Yeah.
like the look. It's like this kind of like, I don't know, blurry, long-haired, naked women.
Yeah.
A lot of that going on. Okay.
Anyway,
so
back to
we're gonna wrap
Kangaroo
up this
Jack.
movie. So, yeah,
Michael Shannon
I mean,
shows
Michael
up.
Shannon shows up and he wants to kill, obviously, this guy because I don't know. Is he like jealous because he's like Christopher Walken's real son, and
I guess,
Jerry
but Christopher
O'Connell's
Walken
the
doesn't even
stepson?
really like.
No, he just
Jerry
puts up
O'Connell,
with. He just
so,
puts up
yeah.
with him.
Yeah. So, did we even forget to mention that the Kangaroo Jack has Anthony Anderson's jacket and it's got the money?
Sorry,
in it.
we didn't mention that.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
That's why they're chasing Kangaroo Jack.
It's
is
really
because-
more of a vibe movies, if
so
you
they
will.
meet. Well, they end up meeting Mr. Smith, the kind of guy they're supposed to meet in Australia, who's really good. He's funny.
Scary Australian guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Who's apparently in Lord of the Rings.
He was in Lord of the Rings as.
He's not Australian, is he?
Oh, I think he's New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah.
He was Celeborn, so when they go to Lothlorien, he's the elf that's standing next to Kate Blanchett when they walk towards the
It
hobbits.
sounds like a fertility drug.
Lothlorien?
Celeborn.
Oh,
Celeborn. Oh, he was the villain. Man, he had a villain run. He was in Triple X, the Vin Diesel movie, Eon
yeah,
Flux.
he was really good.
And now he doesn't do that anymore. We don't talk about that guy.
He's very good in this.
Yeah. You know what? He's a scary bad guy.
Yeah.
And
So is
Michael
Michael
Shannon's
Shannon.
okay too. Michael Shannon has the like sperm necklace. What is this and why?
Sperm night? Is that the puka shell or whatever it was called?
No, it's
No.
like this weird. It looks like a kind of horn from an
John
animal.
Travolta had one in Saturday Night Fever.
It's like a.
All right,
So that's how long
I
it's
searched
been around.
sperm necklace, and I got a website, Jizzy Jewelry. This is a literal sperm necklace.
Oh no!
But you know what I'm talking about, right? That was a very popular
vaguely.
necklace, and it in movies it seems to just be shorthand for douchebag. Like if he has one
yeah,
of those
probably.
I have
necklaces.
never worn a necklace. It seems like too much work.
Well, in the early 2000s, guys were wearing
Colin,
you know
you
the
seem like a
puka
guy
shell
that
necklaces.
yeah, that would wear a necklace.
No.
You never wore a necklace?
I think I wore one that I got in Hawaii or Mexico,
Okay.
and it probably was. It wasn't a puka,
puka shell.
but it was one of the ones. It looks like
I know what you mean, like that
you know
material.
the rockets, those candies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Those
like
multicolored.
beads.
It looks like beads, but they're like rocket shaped, like
Who
cylinders. that-
popularized that kind of necklace?
oh, it's just like every white person gets one.
Well,
when they're
yeah,
on
in the
vacation.
like '90s surfer thing.
Yeah,
I
it's one of
think
those.
kind of that came out of and into the early 2000s. You know, you go to like the Blue Crush and like a lot of
Yeah.
guys wearing that kind of like what is it like
And you-
bamboo that like
It's like, sure, I went to
brown
Hawaii like 6
material.
months
Yeah, it's like
ago.
a
and then
Hawaii.
it's like,
but it became
Yeah.
like a normal thing in the late 90s.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just look in the mirror and like, like, what am I doing?
My frosted tip.
What am
am
I
I?
doing?
Well, you had a wallet chain,
am I?
but no necklace. So
Yeah, a wallet
I mean,
chain
he
for
kept losing
keys.
his wallet.
yeah, it served a purpose.
It was just for keys.
But yeah, so Anthony Anderson
Mm-hmm.
and Jerry O'Connell, they kind of like get, what do they do? They distract the bad guys and then steal the camels and then like have a gun on them, and there's this like
It's
kind of
camel,
snafu.
It's like an Indiana Jones kind of camel truck chase.
But
which
there's a
is-
funny scene, not funny, but where, Michael Shannon's like, why do you think the money was for? It was to pay for your own deaths.
So they
They're
were
like,
gonna,
"What?"
they were delivering money to Mr. Smith, and he was gonna kill them for Christopher
Yeah,
Walken.
$50,000 to kill two guys.
Yeah, that makes more sense. You're like, okay, fine.
It's
So yeah,
not that much, but yeah.
truck chase. Andrews. Fuck.
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't
Anthony.
matter. Yeah, there's a kind of a fun truck chase. There's some action scenes.
Kind of right out of Last Crusade or something. It's way too competent for this movie.
Yeah, and then he flies over the edge and almost fall Anthony Anderson. And it's a very annoying scene where he's screaming at
They get
Jerry
him
O'Connell
up.
to save his life.
They have a really sentimental, like kind of like a genuinely sentimental scene between the two of them.
It's actually pretty earned because, as we know at the beginning of the movie, when they're kids, he saved Jerry O'Connell from drowning, and then now he's like, well, now that you pay me back, like,
You're not going to hang around with me anymore.
why should you even be my friend? And he's like, I'm not friends with you because you saved my life. You've been saving my life every day. Because we have fun together, and even though we get into trouble, I love you.
It was like,
But the movie doesn't even have any scenes where they get along, though.
No.
Yeah, they're pretty much at
Yeah.
heads butting the whole movie.
they're just like yelling at each other the whole time. And then Kangaroo Jack shows up.
with his family.
Well, yeah, Jerry O'Connell gets the jacket back. There was a gobstopper, by the way. He does eat the hot gobstopper at one
He
point.
does, and then he kind of
like,
jumps around.
He goes
and
crazy. He gets the
Yeah.
jacket back, the lucky jacket, and then Kangaroo Jack brings his little family over. It's really cute.
his wife and son.
And then his son kicks Jerry O'Connell down, and it's really cute.
In the original R-rated cut, Kangaroo Jack was having sex with his wife, and it was like, "Who let the dogs out?" Woof, 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 woof.
And then he jumps
Yeah, wait.
away.
Can we have a little corner? Were there any fun songs? I forgot to write them down. There were some really
Yeah,
fun songs.
there was a
on the
lot of
soundtrack.
needle drops, but I can't remember anything other than.
Were there any new metal? I felt like
No, but there was. Oh, Sheryl Crow plays at the end.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
So it's revealed at the end that Jerry O'Connell, Estelle Warren, and Anthony Anderson create like some Australian themed like shampoo or something.
Yeah,
And it-
because they found some berries that smell nice.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Now
I
they're on
do
this-
like that he started off as a hairdresser and he continued.
That's
because
right.
that's what he's good at. He acts like he's like embarrassed to be a hairdresser throughout the movie.
It never comes up in the plot really.
No, other than him having scissors
Yeah.
in his pocket at one point.
So yeah, but then they kind of like pull out. They go to a high angle of the yacht, and it has like Kangaroo Jack is like their logo on the
Yeah.
the whatever. So they're gazillionaires. Christopher Walken's being like charged and tried for
Yeah, and Anthony Anderson jumps in a hot tub and it's like, I want to soak up the sun.
and then
and
then it's like
Sheryl Crow,
and then it's
Jake
like
Troth song.
It's like hold on a second
soak
here.
up the sun.
Hold on, April, stop singing.
If only it stopped
Stop
there.
singing.
Yeah.
This is Kangaroo Jack. The movie's called Kangaroo Jack. I should end with me.
And then why don't you see me do Dr. Evil impressions?
I laughed when that. That's my favorite thing when Kangaroo Jack does a Dr. Evil.
It's
so
it's just so
cringe.
desperate and cringy. Oh god.
Like
it's
honestly, the
horrible.
ending was kind of nice before that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, I gotta call my agent. Blah,
it was
blah.
like it's like fake bloopers. It's not even.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like Kangaroo Jack on set is angry about not getting enough lines. And,
boy.
oh boy.
Wait, Colin didn't pick a favorite thing.
I did.
April,
He said
Oh.
the airplane chase.
Yeah, the plane. It's
okay, yeah.
it's good. I like seeing stuff like that. Even in
wanna
Kangaroo
soak up
Jack,
the sun.
they can still deliver. But
And I'm just saying, on the hierarchy of movies that we've watched, this is better than Geely.
oh god, are you kidding? Of course.
Yeah, what is the no such thing as a bad movie scale? What
I
is-
don't know.
Well, it's not as good as Catwoman.
Fight of Fury color grade.
The color grade in this was good.
That's the top.
Catwoman. Yeah.
And then what would be the
I feel like we've done a lot of early 2000s movies lately.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that crazy. Like Thunderbirds, level of like the look. Like that.
Oh,
movie-
Thunderbird starring Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Edwards.
I know.
Got you.
Anthony Mackie
Mackie, Edwards, and
from
Anderson.
Captain America.
Brave New World.
Yeah. Too many Anthonys.
And A Better Man? Or was it A Different Man?
That's
Better Man.
That's
Sebastian Stan?
that's Sebastian.
That's Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
It was in A Different Man, not A Better Man.
Better Man.
Better
which,
Man is the monkey movie.
By the way,
Makes you
we
think.
loved Better Man.
I thought it was
I know,
really,
I saw.
really good.
We are surprised as anyone else, but Better Man is highly underrated. So if you're interested in watching that, I would.
All I can
suggest
say is I sent to Pierce after I saw your review of that Principal Skinner's meme of like, is it children? No, children
No.
are wrong.
I mean, it's true. I know you guys. I know you've talked about that movie like 10 times, Justin. But I know we finally
need to talk to her about it, yeah.
watched it, and I was
I
actually
had a-
very
had a good time.
impressed.
Had a good time.
And
I
I think
want
the
people-
idea
I
of it
would
being a monkey
rather-
was genius.
I would rather people like movies than not like movies.
Hey, there you
Yeah,
go.
That's what I'll say
And I
about
mean, the
that.
movie wasn't successful, but I think artistically it was.
Yeah, I'm glad it was. I'm glad somebody lost a lot of money making it. Well, I'm not glad that they did. I'm glad somebody put a lot of money into making it.
I'm glad it
Yeah,
got
you,
made.
you shorted a Better Man stocks.
I thought I was
You
seeing
wanted
a
it to fail.
I thought it was a different man. God damn it.
But yeah, so were they both nominated for best CGI? No, it was makeup for A Different Man.
Yeah.
I was like, what if A Better Man and A Different Man in the same category? That'd be confusing. Okay, so what are we talking about?
Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo
It's
Jack,
done. It's
yeah.
over.
Well, no, it's not, because the adventure continues in Kangaroo Jack 2.
Oh God. Okay, so
What's
you
the deal with that?
When did that come out?
2004, so the next year, which makes it feel like it was in production already before the movie came out.
They were already
Yeah.
sure they had a smash
Yeah.
hit on their
Is
hands.
it a full animated movie?
Fully animated, all the characters are back, voiced by different people.
Yeah, of course. Well, they're not getting walking back.
They couldn't even
he
get
went
walking
to jail.
back.
Went to jail.
You should bet.
Kangaroo Jack Good Day USA is what it's called.
Does Kangaroo Jack talk in it?
I don't know. I do know he boxes. I've seen a
Oh,
clip
really?
of it online.
Oh
Yeah,
no! Does he get beaten to death?
yeah, that would end.
Oh no!
Anyway, so yeah, I guess
The first review is by Jack. It's 1.5 stars, and the review is one line. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
boy.
It's about
serious.
Kangaroo Jack
Whoa,
comes.
whoa. This can't be true. It says, Kangaroo Jack, Anthony Anderson is replaced with the guy who voiced Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, Ahmed Best.
It is Ahmed Best.
Oh
Good
my
for
God!
him.
Good for him. It'd be funny if it's like, Kangaroo Jack comes to America and then like, I met a famous sports person, Michael Vick. He's gonna get me into his
Oh,
with his
no.
boxing friends. We're gonna box in his backyard.
So
We're gonna box in his backyard.
I don't think I'd recommend this movie, even though, hey, it's not as bad as everyone's saying.
It's just kind of dull and sort of.
It wasn't super boring.
Just
But
a lot of
like,
stuff is
A lot
happening.
of stuff is annoying in it, but it wasn't like, I wasn't watching it like going like, oh, when is this over? But yeah, a lot of stuff just doesn't work, and they tried to save it with deceptive marketing, and now that's all it's remembered for.
Hey, we paid money to rent this today, so
Yep.
they've won.
You can rent it on iTunes.
Good for you, Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah. But yeah, if anything, it's reminded me how cute kangaroos are. They're absolutely adorable.
What's going to happen, Colin, when you get back home and April has like a full-grown kangaroo? in
Just
the house?
Not even a baby
It just like
one.
beats the
No,
shit
he's
out
got
of
a
me.
full-grown one.
I will say they're kind of
It's like
scary.
a companion situation. She bought it to murder you. And she's like, oh, it went out of control. I didn't know what was going on.
like those like full size kangaroos are fucking big.
Yeah.
Like especially with that giant tail.
Yeah, they're ripped too.
Are they like 7 feet tall?
Could probably stand up. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're ripped. Okay, so if you want to email the podcast, we're at nosuchthingasabadmovie@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Bluesky at nosuchthingpod. And we're on Patreon if you want to support us on there. Patreon.com/nosuchthingasabadmovie. If you want to subscribe at the $5 level, you'll get a bonus episode every 2 weeks where we talk for about half an hour-ish about something new-ish, depending on what's going on. And we just talked about, as we just said, Companion and the Electric State too. And we also take questions from the audience. So it's a fun time over there if you want to check it out. And if you want to find me, I'm on Bluesky and Instagram at April Atmansky. And YouTube, too.
You can find me on YouTube. My user account is called Filmtrap, FILMTRAP. Check it out. If you watch any of the videos, I throw to all my other podcasts at the end of them. So you'll be trapped. Film trap.
This is a trap.
And an eternal hell of watching The Grinch every Christmas.
Every year.
That's going to be our thing. You can follow me on Bluesky and Instagram, Sergeant Zima, SGTZIMA.
So that's it. Thank you for joining us.
We made it, guys. We made it.
I don't know if I can do an Australian
Struth.
We're apt. Oh, you're gonna do an accent. I thought you were gonna say another Australian film because I was like,
no,
well,
we should.
Crocodile Dundee in L.A.
We definitely should do more Australian films because this is.
Oh,
we haven't done nearly enough. Remember
a
the
guy
Oz
named
movie?
Yahoo Serious.
Oh God.
Oh, well, I've already done an episode on my other podcast about that.
A whole
Young-
episode on Yahoo.
Young
we did.
Einstein.
Oh.
Man,
I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hip hop. Don't you stop the rock.
Anyway. Thanks for joining us. No, it sounds bad.
That's pretty good.
Sounds bad. I'm trying to do like a Kath and Kim. It's not working.
that's kind of like Beatles. Like, thanks for joining us.
I know. I'm April Atmansky. That's bad.
I'm Justin. I can't do it either.
I'm Colin Cunningham. You can meet me online. I'll be having Vegemite and Marmite.
A little too much New Zealand in there, Colin.
How do you distinguish between the two? I don't know.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
All right.
And remember, there's no such thing as a bad movie. I can't do it.
That's pretty close. I'm making the sound of a koala.
I'm just gonna do Kangaroo Jack.
That works.